Good morning. It's Friday, 20th December 2024. Welcome to yet another episode of Pre-Market Commentary. My name is Vijay. In this episode, like every other episode, we discuss what happened yesterday and what is likely to happen today and beyond. Today, in my opinion, will be what I call it a Freaky Friday. Now, what is this Freaky Friday? I'm getting the Freaky Friday vibes from two reasons. One is today is the day of the quarterly expiration of contracts in the US stock market. So, what we call the quadruple witching happens today. That is once in a quarter. Every month on third Friday you have expiration, but on the quarterly expiration you have all the contracts getting expired. That is stock futures, stock options, index futures, and index options. So that is why it is called quadruple witching. So on Friday by around 11 o'clock, you will see a lot of activity and then the market settles down. So therefore, you generally see volatility in Indian market Thursday and Friday, and then it bottoms out on the following Monday. There's another reason why today could be a Freaky Friday is because of the winter solstice. Now, as I keep telling, the lunatics take over the asylum somewhere around winter solstice. So anywhere between 18 to 23rd, the lunatics begin to rule, which means huge volatility for no reason whatsoever. Today we are bang on 20th. Tomorrow is the winter solstice. So you may see some volatility also because of the lunatics. So now I cannot explain why it is so, but I've observed this in the last 6 to 7 years. Every time between 18 to 23rd, you have some 2 days where there is huge volatility. Sometimes it is one day. So we have had in the last 2 days volatility. Today we could have because of the winter solstice as well as the contract expiration, the quadruple witching in US. So therefore, we have already seen some volatility actually beginning on Wednesday. So we may see little less is what I feel. But the market is likely to open lower because yesterday, after all the fight, the bulls could not do anything both in India as well as in the US. So we should expect, especially with the bulls struggling in the Asian markets. So yesterday, I was expecting market to open lower and the opening lows to be held, but I did not expect that the market will just lie flat through the day, especially when you have a weekly expiration for the Nifty. So we caught the opening lows and we are doing Nifty futures and Bank Nifty futures. We did reasonably well yesterday. But I was disappointed because the bulls did not take up the challenge and push it further. Not that it should close in the green, but at least much higher than what it was in the open, but it did not do so. So yesterday, Sensex fell 965 points. Mid cap fell 167 points. The Nifty Bank fell about 564 points. 39 stocks ended lower. So you had losers across the board, 1:2. And the only sector which did well yesterday was pharma healthcare. And that is because constantly there is some news on each of the stocks. Dr. Reddy did well for some GLP-1 entry. Then there was Ipca Lab for somewhat similar reasons. Then you had Lupin, which got some good news from the US FDA. So you had various reasons why the pharma sector moved, and each of the stocks moved for their own reasons. In fact, Dr. Reddy on the ADR again moved up by 4%, which is good news for Dr. Reddy. Dr. Reddy has been the one stock which has been sleeping for a long time. Its P is only 20. The trailing P is only 20. I expect forward PV should be less than 18. Anyway, that is as far as pharma is concerned. We hold most of the pharma stocks which I'm talking. So there will be some bias. Sugar stocks did well because Nitin Gadkari promised something. So therefore, we have to see what happens. And Asian Paints fell because two top executives departed, which I had mentioned yesterday, is likely to happen. So Nomura has also upgraded the Dr. Reddy to buy. So what happened? Global equities, same thing. Dow Jones did not recover really. It tried to recover and it got smashed. And by the end of the day, Dow Jones, Nasdaq, and S&P closed flat. In fact, Dow Jones escaped. Otherwise, it would have been the 11th time when the Dow Jones will be closing in negative. FTSE, DAX, and CAC did poorly, even though the Bank of England did not, raise interest rates. They kept it flat, but still, FTSE did come down about 1% because this is what happens. The mother market, US market, is not doing well, or it falls down very severely, which happened day before yesterday. So that affects all markets. It affected our markets. It affected European markets as well as Asian markets yesterday. Now, yesterday's performance in the US markets has affected the Asian markets today. So we may also have trouble because the US futures are all in the negative. Commodities all were under pressure. In fact, all kinds of markets, including Bitcoin, including the currencies, everything was under pressure yesterday. So it was a all global pressure. Global markets, global instruments were under pressure. FIS came with a bang and sold 4,200 crores. DIS tried their best to manage, but you see, they were not able to take the market up. But that is some saving grace. So here is what India, the macros are slowly and steadily improving. So we continue to be bullish on the market because we believe that we are still in a corrective phase of the market, a sideways phase, where we may not see much downside from here. The supports for Nifty are 23,870, which is yesterday's low. Similarly, for Bank Nifty, the support is 51,300. So Jefferies, Greed and Fear, they've increased their weightage. It's a very influential broking house. Many foreign funds follow and do what Jefferies does. So it's increased by 1% as far as India is concerned and 1.5% for Singapore. Singapore market, incidentally, is doing well. Recently, it went an all-time high. Weightage of China, Indonesia, and Philippines have been reduced. So India's weightage is about 20%. So today, apart from pharma, I'm looking at IT, which we don't have, unfortunately. Accenture came up with fantastic results yesterday, and most Indian IT stocks will follow what Accenture does. At least the analysts follow that way. So you had yesterday Infosys going up about 3%. So because of Accenture went up about 6% at one point of time. So they have also given very good guidance. So which means the IT should lead today, or at least should be in demand. Yesterday, IT was not in demand. And this is an auto sector. CLSA, again an influential brokerage house, talks of Bajaj Auto having gained market share, and therefore, the overall market is not sluggish, but Bajaj Auto seems to be their, target. I've always been bullish on Bajaj Auto because I think it has been beaten severely, and their product Chetak has been doing very well. So today we go with we should expect a gap down. How much we can't say, but it will at least be 50, though the GIFT Nifty is talking about 86 points. I don't trust GIFT Nifty so much because you see, typically GIFT Nifty daily volume is about 80,000, and Nifty futures volume is 480,000. That's 4.8 million. That's 48 lakhs. So where is 80,000 compared to 48 lakhs? So you may just get a trend whether it will go up or down. But in terms of the size of the trend, I would be very, very, very careful. So all said and done, today we should see volatility, but we should also see stability at the lower. If this has to be a not so freaky Friday, then we should not see a big crash breaking yesterday's levels. If it happens, then Monday also there will be a follow-up for today's selling. So with that hope, I just hope is not a strategy, as they say, but still I go with that understanding that 80% of the time, the Freaky Friday is the low, or the Monday following is the low. So I would rather be a buyer rather than be a negative on the market at this point of time. So thank you for joining me. Have a good trading day. Whatever you do today, let it be profitable. Thank you.